Good afternoon, everyone. So this is my analysis for my word problems. Alright, so these were the word problems that I created. Word problem number 1, I wrote, every Thanksgiving, Tia Rosie never buys enough pumpkin pie. There are 20 guests. Every person will eat at least 2 pieces of pie. A pumpkin pie at Costco will serve 10 pieces. Tia Rosie wants to buy enough pie so everyone can have at least 3 pieces. How many pumpkin pies should you buy? This is how I solved the problem. So first there's 20 people. If 20 people eat 3 slices each, you will need to multiply 3 by 20. So there needs to be 60 slices, and then so forth. You divide 60 by 10, and so she's going to need to buy 6 pies from Costco. Word problem number 2 is every year there is too much turkeys. Every year my mother-in-law Luz buys a 30-pound turkey. There is 20 guests. On average, everyone will eat 1/2 pound of turkey. Luz does not want to run out of turkey. She does not want a repeat of the pumpkin pie shoulders from last year. So she will add 5 pounds. How many pounds of turkey should she buy? And as you can read, these are my steps to the problem. And then word problem number 3, Michelle and Anthony buy drinks every year. They buy 1 soda per person. This year we need 20 sodas. Anthony went to the store and only bought 15 sodas. He forgot about the extra guests. How many more sodas will Anthony need to buy before dinner? Look, these are my steps, how I thought to solve the problem. And so, word problem number 4. Every year before we eat, we say a prayer and go around and say what we are thankful for. Tia Rosie prays for about 20 minutes every year. Every adult takes about 2 minutes to say what they are thankful for. Every child takes 1 minute. There is 4 children. About how long will it take to sit down and eat this year since there are 20 guests? So there's the problem, and this is how I chose to solve it. So let's go. I am blessed enough to work at a school site, and one of the amazing 6th grade teachers was able to let me use 6 of her students. For confidentiality purposes, I just put student 1 through 6, so I was able to use 6 students to figure out these problems, and they're all at different levels. So this was student number 1. Now, as you can see, this student kind of gave up. For numbers 1, 2, and 4, he simply put I don't know. For number 3, since this one's pretty straightforward, he got it right. He put 5 more sodas before dinner. So he did a good job on this problem, but he just got nervous and he didn't want to complete this this worksheet. This is student number 2, and they kind of used their head. It was a lot of mental math here, and they got most of them right, except the last one. I think number 4 was pretty hard. But he was only off by a few minutes, and this student had told me that they were easy, and that all you have to do is read it over and over, maybe about 1 or 2 times, and it's pretty straightforward. This student was a little nervous as well, trying to rush, and as you can see, he had a different method to do this, and it's very interesting to see how each student has their own way of doing things. The answer was 6 pies, but he kind of got lost and he probably didn't know what steps to take. This one he got it right. I honestly don't know what method he used, but it's right here. It says 15 pounds, and it's interesting because I really had to look at this, and I can't figure out how he figured it out, but he figured it out. It was 15 pounds. Like I said, number 3 was pretty easy for most of the students, so he was able to get the question right. He was only off by 2 minutes, and it looks like here he kind of rushed and he didn't really take the time. But like I said, how he figured out number 2, I have no idea, but he figured it out. Alright. Student number 4. This young lady put a lot of thought into her problem solving as well. Like, honestly, I'll be completely honest, some of these kids are just so intelligent and they solve things in a different way. So right here she used some box method. She still got it right. And this one, she kind of was overthinking it. She did get it wrong, but I just think she was putting too much thought into these problems. And then I had to tell her, because she was spending at least 5 minutes on each problem, I had to tell her that she kind of had to simplify it. So once she was able to simplify it, she did them quick and she got them right. So it's just interesting to see how her mind worked. I told her that she has the mind of someone that's ready to do calculus. So she was a very interesting student, and I liked watching her because like she got this right, but like I said, as I'm looking at this, I'm trying to figure out where her mindset was. So it's interesting to see how the kids figure out problems these days. So this student, she got them. She told me she was gonna average this, so she did 60 minutes, so about an hour, and she got this one correct. This one, a lot of confusion came from this one for most of the students because I wrote 30-pound turkey, right? And that's why she put 35 because she added the 30 to the 15 pounds. So that's the mistake that she made. But other than that, she got most of them right. And like I said, like a lot of these students are figuring these questions out. They're getting them correct. And honestly, every student had their own way of doing it. And that just shows, like in math, there's many ways to get there. And a lot of the times the destination is like the same, but you just have to take a different route. Let's see. This student was about, I think, 2 minutes off. I don't know what they did here. There's just a few minor errors, but they did a pretty good job. Like I said, each of these students figured out these word problems differently, and either they were close to the answer or they got the answers right. What I learned from this experience is that every student solved word problems in their own way, and it was just so cool watching all 6 of them, some of them taking it really serious, and then like student number 1 didn't take it so serious because on most of his he put that he didn't know. And then I had a few other students try really, really hard to get all of them right. So it was just like, I love this experience, just sitting down and watching the students and seeing them figure out everything their own way. And just seeing that was so amazing. I'm so excited to teach mathematics in the future because I'm pretty sure I'm going to learn a lot from my future students because I solve in a different way that's more like straightforward, but how the students solve the problems, it was so, how do you say it, complex, and they were able to solve it. And like I said, I looked through all these answers and stuff, and I'm trying to figure out how they solved it. So it's so cool, and I'm so excited for the future, and I'm really excited to teach math. So I'm pretty sure I will be the teacher and the student as well when I start teaching math to kids. Thank you for listening.